AI in spirituality? Is it our greatest ally or our worst enemy?
Also, we're going to be talking about Hollywood's greatest medium and everything cacao.
Welcome to the 5D Check-In, where hosts Kerry and Paula explore the 5Ds of life in their weekly conversations. Because spirituality isn't just light and love, it's the whole dance. The 5Ds are their way of keeping it real, keeping it soulful, and keeping it just a little bit quirky.
Here we are again.
Hello.
Hi. So the first of our Ds for this week is discovery. So what have you been discovering this week?
Actually, I've been watching Tyler Henry.
Tyler Henry?
Yeah, have you not seen him?
No. Who's Tyler Henry?
Tyler Henry is this fabulous medium to loads of celebrities. I used to watch him so many different times, and I've recently been watching him again. Have you not heard of him?
No, is he that one that looks like he's about 10 years old?
Yeah,
I know.
He never ages. But I watched recently. He did it a long time ago, and he actually he did a session with Bobby Brown, the one that was married to Whitney Houston. And he connected to Whitney Houston, and obviously her daughter passed away as well. And they were talking about how Whitney helped his daughter cross over. But he's really fascinating because he takes this padding with him, and he just scribbles and doodles to help him connect with spirit. But he's so specific in what comes through to him. He's really quite incredible, but he does real high-ranking celebrities. And he's also helped contribute solving criminal cases as well.
Has it? You know, I've read so much about spiritual mediums. Being able to help with crime. For someone who is so spiritual, which I am, incredibly spiritual, but the one thing that really fascinates me is, do we really speak to spirit, or are we just tuning in to kind of like an energy imprint that they've left?
Well,
I can't get my head around this.
Obviously, we had one of our guests on recently who's a spiritual medium. Make sure you check that out on an episode on Shift Happens. But he explains really lovely how spirit tried to connect with us. But I love Tyler. I think a lot of the celebrities, if you watch him, they see this guy because he does look really young and he just doesn't seem to age. But I guess that's Hollywood.
Am I allowed to say?
Why? What you
Is it baby blood?
Babies,
These are all the rumours that come out of Hollywood.
Blood.
The reason they all look so beautiful is because they drink blood. I'm not saying that's the truth. That's just
okay.
The things that you hear.
I think actually I've heard of something that keeps. I mean, the thing is, anything in Hollywood, they have the latest, all sorts of things. They're on drips, aren't they, with their skin? Anyway, but yeah, he looks really young, and you can see when he walks in with these celebrities, they're looking at him as if to say, you know, what's he going to do? But he's so spot on, and to the point where he knows exactly how they've passed and they've crossed. It's really emotional to watch. You know, if you want to
kind of juicy stories that you've listened to.
Well, I like the one about the Whitney Houston story, but I think there's one particular one where I can't remember. I don't think she was a celebrity as such. Well, no, actually, they are all celebrities, but her son was meant to come home one night and he didn't turn up, and I don't know whether they didn't find the body. He went missing. Yeah, but it turns out it was a hit car run. This is one of Kerry's areas. What is it?
A hit and run.
I always have my own vocabulary. Everyone, you'll just get used to it. What did I just say?
I don't know. No, a hit car run.
Hit car run.
Sorry, last week it was bunny flowers.
Yeah, anyway, sorry. Oh God, Jesus. So basically, they had Tyler come round, and he said that he was walking home and he had a hit to the head. He just gave peace to this lady to kind of put pieces of the puzzle together of how he crossed. And I think it's just really lovely what he does, because he gives people peace of mind and confirm about how they've passed and how they've crossed. And, you know, I'd really recommend watching him. He's really quite interesting.
Does he tune in to, like in that instant, was he tuning into the sun, or was he just tuning into this like collective where the information is?
Well, sometimes he asks for an object to hold. So he'll ask for an object and he'll hold the object, and then he'll have his pad and then he'll start scribbling and doodling. I don't know whether he actually draws anything specific. I think it's his a way of connecting to spirit. Yeah. So he, you know, but it's so emotional watching him, and yeah, it's really it's so fascinating to watch. And I've been watching him recently, but he's incredible, really, and he still looks like 10 years old.
Oh well, we all know I've got my theories on why they all look 10 years old. But what you're talking about there is psychometry, isn't it? You can do that, can't you?
I can, yes. So it's where somebody can, you know, if I can hold their jewelry. I'm very good at looking at photos as well and picking up on that person's energy, because if somebody's been wearing that object, that person's energy is going to be still attached to that object. So you're able to feel the energy, and it's a way of tapping into that person.
See, I find this, I find this fascinating because I can't do this. I feel things really strongly, like really, really strongly, but I can't distinguish between what that feeling is. I just know that I'm feeling it. And I don't, like, if I picked up something that belonged to you, no, not you, because you're my friend and I'd know. If I picked something up and I felt something, I'd feel like I was making it up.
Well, this is when you have to build your trust. You have to build your trust and your confidence in what you are getting. A great way of doing it, actually, is when I started my journey, is people would put names in an envelope and you didn't know what was in the envelope. And then you had to hold the envelope between your hands, and then you had to kind of say what you felt, and just randomly. And I actually had the word sunshine, and I had things like I feel warm and energized, you know, all the things connected to the sun. And then when you open the envelope, you're like, oh, okay, so that's a really good way to build your confidence up, is trusting your intuition. And it's like, I get images in my mind, and it's if I said to you, imagine a yellow Mini, you could probably.
Sorry, Kerry. Do you know what? I've just thought of something I'm going to say, because you went to school for psychics, didn't you?
Oh, I went to the Arthur Findlay College of Psychic Development.
And you told me a story about that, and it's just popped into.
Oh my God. I can't believe you're bringing this up.
Popped into my head. I'm so sorry, everyone. I couldn't help it when she was being sick.
I can't believe it.
Are you going to tell him? Are you going to tell him? Well, actually,
okay. No.
Finish your thing, and then you can tell him what you can say about the school, because it's amazing, the school, isn't it, that you went to, and it's really kind of like a spooky looking, like Hogwarts school.
Yeah, we'll talk about the school. I can't believe you brought that up.
Sorry.
I will tell people. So basically, yes, I went to the art. I spent quite a lot of time there to help develop my gifts at quite a young age. But going back to the yellow Mini. So if I said to you, imagine a yellow Mini, you could probably see in your imagination. So if I'm tuning into somebody, or if I'm holding some jewelry, or if I have somebody in front of me, I will then get pictures in my mind, and I have to trust them and then give that information to that person. So that's how it comes into my mind. It's part of your imagination, even though it's not your imagination. So it's about trusting.
That's what it is.
It's about trusting and building your confidence up. And obviously, when you're giving that information to that person, the confirmation is from that person, and the ego mind always kicks in and goes, oh, this can't be wrong. I mean, I've had the most random things, bananas,
Really?
Coke bottles, when you're like, well, this is really random. But when you deliver it to the person, they either burst into tears. My grandma used to collect the tops on the Coke bottles, or it can be symbolic. You get symbolic images. So
it's mad stuff. But I remember what's just popped into my head, and I'm not letting you get away with this because I'm coming back to it, is what's just popped in my head now is like a rose quartz heart. Do you remember that you did a reading with me about 3 or 4 years ago, before we really knew each other? I booked an appointment with you, and you sent me a copy of the notes that you found.
Recently. Yeah.
Bob on.
Oh, thank you.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, one of my things I can do is before a client would come and see me, I'd do what you call channel writing. So I'd link into the person's name or their energy and go into a meditative state and just write whatever I'm getting from that person. And then when the client would come to me, I would read it back to them as though it's their self talking back to themselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It was. I remember at the time it was really good. It was really good.
You.
And he made me put my feet on this rose quartz heart.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So going back to Tyler Henry, I think he uses that to link in, and we all have this gift within us. We all can do, we feel things in our intuition about people. And you want me to tell the story.
I want you to tell everyone about when you went to Hogwarts.
Okay, so I went to, please don't judge me. I'm sure everybody's done what I've done. Okay, so I went to the Arthur Findlay College of Psychic Development. I think I was the youngest one there. I can't remember how old I was at the time. I may have been in my mid-20s. And I think I went there for 2 weeks. And we stayed there overnight. And this place is a creepy place. I mean, it's got a lot of history to it. You walk across the floor and the floorboards creak.
It's like Liberty's sound, Liberty's in London when you creak on the boards. And
oh, yeah, it was pretty creepy at night. Obviously, things come alive at night. Anyway, I was in the bedroom. We didn't have an ensuite in the bedroom. And I so needed the toilet. But I was so scared to walk across it was like a mile away to get to the toilet. So I got up on the sink and I did a wee in the sink.
She weed in the sink?
I weed in the sink. I'm sure everybody has done this. Somebody's got to, I was going to say, please comment below.
How did you get in the sink though?
How did I get on the sink?
That straws me to ask. Yeah, you got. I'm get my butt.
Well,
the sink.
The sink was attached to the wall, so there was. I don't know. I think I just straddled
up
over the sink. But honestly, I was so petrified, and I think the longer I was there, I settled in, and eventually I did make my way to the toilet. But yeah, so that's my little story of Arthur Findlay College of Psychic Development.
So what did you do at the Psychic Development? Was there loads of stuff?
Yeah, well, we're going off a little bit track, so we'll talk about the Arthur Findlay College next time. So so that's me.
Yeah. So now you've all heard Kerry's stories. If anyone wants to better her and write in the comments their wee stories, we're welcome and looking forward to hearing them. So, and also, please, can you subscribe to us if you feel the need to? It really, really does help us. It really does help us. Okay, so our next D is disruption. And I believe, for me especially at the moment, that there's no bigger disruption in the world at the moment than AI. And especially when you connect it to spirituality, because some minutes I think it's our biggest ally, and then I think it's our worst enemy. Because as a spiritual person, we're constantly looking inward for our answers, for everything that we need, whereas AI is kind of pulling us out externally. So should we be using it?
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Why do you use chat? What's your main reasons why you use chat?
Okay, so my biggest reasons is it saves me time. So on certain things that I would, let's say I'm writing a meditation. So before I may do a meditation to create a meditation, you know, to kind of download something, whereas now I'll put into chat everything that I want, everything I want to say, the kind of feel that I want what I want to get across to the people that are meditating, you know, the space that I'm holding, and chat can create that meditation for me. So I'm still giving it the information. I'm not asking chat to create it from nothing. I'm giving it the information. It just words it in a great way and it's quicker. So I'm using it for speed. Now, my argument to that is my intention behind it is good. But is buying into it, using it, making it grow more, you know, is it taking us away from being spiritual is the question that I'm asking. I've
got to be honest. I actually didn't realise that you were using chat for your meditations.
I use it for lots of things.
You see, I disagree about using chat for meditations, because for me, this is where it's about you sitting in the stillness and downloading and channeling and let it come through you. But I hear what you're saying as in the intention behind it.
Yeah, so I'll still download what I want to do. So let's say I've got a retreat coming up. Yeah, which I have. So I will sit in meditation. Look, I'm closing my eyes now. I'm taking myself back there. I will sit there and I will think about the energy of the retreat. I'll tune into the people that are coming. I'll tune into everything that I want to do on the retreat. Whereas before, then what I would do is I would go and I would type all that up. Now I just put it all into chat and it types and does everything for me.
Oh, okay. So I think chat is really helpful if you are wanting information about business. So you needed to create an email or stuff. That's the only thing I don't really tend to use it at all, to be honest, only for quickness to help framework in business. Yeah. But I think it can potentially cross a line, because then it takes you away from your own intuition and tapping into your own self for answers. I mean, there was that story with that guy that I watched on YouTube, and it basically chatted with chat to advise him how to kill himself, how to cause his death. And I think it went to quite a high court, and they've altered things now in chat, and to make sure this doesn't happen again. And listening to the clip was pretty disturbing, actually. I was like, okay, wow. So I think there's a real fine line. Are you giving your power away to chat?
Well, to AI, this is it. And do you know, guys, I'm really interested in what people think about this, to the point where even maybe we could have I'd love to have a big debate or discussion on it, because I feel I've got really quite strong emotions about this. So any comments, any thoughts or feelings that anyone has got on this debate, please, comment and let us know, because it'd be interesting maybe to get somebody to come in and talk to us.
I think actually I might know somebody that can come and talk about it.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, we talk about this often, that there's this kind of big divide and it's coming. We all know that so many things are going on in the world at the minute, so many things. And we've got this kind of real kind of material world, this, 15-minute cities coming, AI, where AI controls your life completely. It tells you how you're feeling, what you can eat, what you can do, how far you can walk. It even stops you from spending money if you want to. This is this future. And then you've got this kind of other future, which is about spirituality, which is about community. It's about unity. It's about self-sustaining. It's about understanding that our love, our self-worth comes from us, from inside, from our spirit, connecting with our spirit, not connecting with everything outside to make us feel happy, in bringing an AI is not going anywhere.
No.
So how, as somebody who feels and thinks spiritually, do you just completely shut yourself off from AI?
Well, okay, we're all individuals. There's no right or wrong. You've got to do what feels right for you. If you want to use chat in any different way, that's down to the individual. But my question will be, how much power are you giving away to this?
That's it.
Where are you not tapping into your own gifts and your own energy within? I think it's great. Me personally, as I said, I think it's great to help with business. I have seen people ask it really deep conversation, have deep conversations, questions about spirituality, and actually it has come up with some really profound information. It's good for input and framework and guidance. But I think when you're really handing over your whole, it just becomes like your best friend, your partner.
Well,
it's like a person.
Becoming like that for some people.
I don't know.
It's counselling them, it's giving them life coaching. There is nothing you can't get from ChatGPT. Nothing.
No, I think it has its
basic AI now.
I think it has its positives and its negatives, and I don't know, like anything really, it's finding the balance, I guess. But me personally, I hardly use it. I don't really use it. Just feels really synthetic to me, but I have found it very useful to help me knock an email together, because I can be staring at the screen for hours. I'm not one of these people that can just bang out all the stuff in we have friends that can just do that in seconds, so it is really helpful and supportive with that. But yeah, it's very interesting.
It's a big thing. And I think I don't understand the implications of it enough. And I really want to understand the implications of it.
Yeah.
Of how it can be used.
Yeah.
Without giving away your power. How it can be used. Is it okay? I don't know.
I don't even know how it's created. I think we may be able to get a guest on.
We need a guest. I need to understand this.
Yeah, because it's so fascinating. It really is. And I think people are going to be debating about this forever. But, we really like to hear your views about chat and AI. So please let us know.
All right. So the general consensus in our little chat GPT or AI chat is we don't really know much about it, but it's something that's really bugging me. So we'll delve into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. So let's talk about something nice. Shall we?
Okay, yes.
Devotion. What are you devoted to? Or no, we're talking about this in this last week. What have you been devoted to in the last week?
So something that I've been feeling really passionate about is community. And what's really great about creating this wonderful Shift Happens and the Shift Show is all these amazing people that we're meeting. And it's not just about podcasting with people. We actually love helping and supporting people's visions and creating a community where people can go and listen to the guests that we have on, knowing which therapist to go to, and also coming to your lovely Acopsia retreat as well. So we've created a WhatsApp group, a community WhatsApp group. So all these lovely people that we're meeting, everybody's going into this group. So if anyone wants to be part of this group, if you are local to us, you don't have to be local. You could be the other side of the world. We can accommodate you. If you want to be part of this community, then please let us know if you want to be part of this wonderful group that we're creating. So it's really exciting. And I'm noticing that more and more pockets of communities are coming up everywhere. And I think it's so important to be part of something where you feel that you can be yourself, you're not feeling judged. If you're feeling stuck or you don't know who to go to for something, then that's why we're creating this community.
Yeah.
So that's something that I've been really, really, really passionate about and devoting myself to. And I'm on a mission to grow it. So yeah,
I'm really, really aligned with you on my devotion that week. So that's a good thing. The group that I just want to say that the group it's not a ping group. It's 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 like an information board, isn't it, of everything that's happening.
We need to explain what ping means.
Oh yeah,
because somebody might go, "What's ping?" So a non-ping, when you get added to so many different groups, and obviously people are talking back and forth, and your phone's pinging, and you're trying to watch your favourite program on the TV. It's not one of those groups. So it's just for information only, for workshops, talks, anything that we've got going on. That's what that means. No ping.
Yeah, yeah, it's a no ping, which is actually very, very important, because everyone goes, "Oh, not another group," don't they?
They do.
It's not that. It's information. It's an information board.
Yeah.
But it's been my focus, and I'm really devoted to that at the moment. But I'm really devoted to collaboration. I can't believe we're getting so much joy. Everyone we meet feels the same way. Everyone's like, let's do this together. Let's have each other's back. My COPSI and my retreat, for example, that was going to be, I was just going to run a retreat once a month. That was it. But all of a sudden, all these beautiful facilitators are coming along and saying, can I use this space? Can I use this space? And we had something there this weekend, didn't we? We'll talk about that maybe in a little while, but, and it was just so beautiful. And at the end, the person who was facilitating it, our lovely Deb, she said, I'm doing this and Paula's going to be doing this. And there was no, that's mine. That's mine. And it's so much about sharing. And I really believe that that's the side of society that I want to be on, is the side where we're all looking after each other.
Well, everybody's trying to do the same thing. Yes. It's about intention, that we were trying to support everybody. We're trying to uplift, empower people, making changes. So the more that we work together and collaborate and all the communities come together, the world just becomes a better place.
It does. We'll put our hippie things on, but it really does. I grew up in the 80s and then was kind of in business in the 90s when they were doing what I was doing down the road. So you didn't even talk to each other. Everyone was in competition, but it's not like that anymore. It's somebody's doing something on a Friday night similar to what you're doing. So you go along to theirs and you support them, and then they come along and support you. And it is one of the most beautiful things to be coming out of the time that we're living in now, I think.
Well, yeah, I think if it's like somebody who does massage and round the corner they do massage, and then it gets all like competition, and I think we're coming away from that, and it's about supporting each other, and it's not about, well, they do the same as me. We are all individuals, and what makes us different is us. It's not the massage; it's the person behind the massage. Yeah. So. Yeah, I think we're trying to move away of that. What's the word am I looking for? I daren't actually say any words, because you know what I'm like with my words. But what am I trying to say? We're trying to come away from.
Well, it's just we're just moving away from holding everything to our chest, because Craig, my husband, he's an ex-Marine, and there's a saying that he has always said to me, which it really does stick to me. I've never forgotten it. And that's 3 is 2, 2 is 1, and 1 is none. And when you're that one and you're on your own, you have to fight that much harder. People don't realise it. It's like that little kid that keeps all their sweets to themselves, but actually in sharing and in collaborating, you're just opening your heart and opening your space, whatever, to so much more. And so you become so much stronger.
And also collaboration is about drawing on each other's strengths and their skills, because you may have one skill that you're really great at networking, and then the others, so it's about, it's when you're bringing people together, it's about drawing on each other's skills just to help and support, grow people's businesses. So, and I think this is great what we're doing, because we're trying to bring people together, collaborate, connect people, and help support people's visions and businesses for us to grow and feel so much better about ourselves.
Yes, exactly. So, and there's no loneliness in it.
Yes, because being a therapist in spirituality can be quite lonely when you're renting a room or anything, unless you're out and about doing festivals and everything like that. So it's a great way of finding out what's going on. So if you're out there and you're thinking, well, I feel like I need to be part of something, or I want to go and see a particular therapist or modality, get in touch with us, and we can definitely help you or support you.
Yeah, absolutely. And just one more thing I want to add to that, which I think is really important. You know, when you're first, I really hate this term, but waking up. What is there something else we can use instead of that? But I mean, you know, when you're starting to become much more spiritual and
aware,
open-hearted and aware, that is really lonely.
Yeah,
because unless the people that are with you are changing as well, you get to the point where you can't talk to people because they think you're absolutely batshit nuts crazy with some of the things you start saying. And so, you know, having that tribe and that community of people that get you is so important. So, and I think the beginning of that journey can be it was for me. It was really, I went through a stage where I thought, I'm surrounded by all these people. I'm running this business. I have, 20 people come to the site every single week. And I was so damn lonely. It was unbelievable, painfully lonely. And I'm sure there's lots of people that resonate with that. It's, it doesn't have to be, does it? It really doesn't have to be. So one more thing that you've been devoted to. It can just be the tiniest little thing.
One thing I've been devoted to.
Something else. What else have you been really devoted
Myself.
to? I like that.
Myself, actually. Yeah, which we'll talk about in a bit. Yeah. Devoting to myself.
Yeah, which is really important. Well, I can't have a shift show without talking about my chicks.
Oh, chickpea and butterbean.
Chickpea and butterbean, the hand-reared chicks. This week, I've been devoted to them because it was the day where they had to go down and live with the flock of chickens.
Oh,
it was very, very upsetting for me. Craig keeps reminding me that they're just chickens. They don't like it. They want to come home.
I can tell when I pulled up at your place, they were sort of hanging out because they used to being in the VIP.
Yeah, they used to being in the VIP area. They used to coming in and sitting on my lap for a cuddle every night. And all of a sudden they find themselves in chicken land. None of the chickens like them because they think they're spoilt little brats.
Wow. Yeah, well, they had their own TV and everything.
They did. So the latest in chickpea and butterbean is that they are now slightly homeless because they don't know where they belong, which is really sad. Oh, so I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lose the devotion, accept them for what they are, chickens, and take it from there. But my devotion still stands strong.
Your chickens.
With chickpea and butterbean. And if anyone ever wants to see them, I could provide a picture. I'll just let you know that. In fact, I'm bringing one anyway next week. Delight, Angel. What? We spoke about that before.
Oh, Angel Delight.
Yeah, we're not going to bring that one up again.
So what has brought you delight?
What's really brought me delight is cacao. Cacao. Yeah. I feel so strongly about plant medicines at the minute. And I've been working with cacao and I have a beautiful, beautiful lady called Deb who was a friend of yours, is now a beautiful friend of mine, and she's mentoring me. So I'm learning about cacao in a really sacred way. Not just, it's chocolate, end of the story, drink a mug of it a day. And so I'm bringing cacao into my daily routine. I start every morning off with cacao. And it's beneficial and it's wonderful and it's beautiful in so many ways, but I do it with real ritual and I meditate with it every day. And the significance and difference it's having to my mindset, to me emotionally and me physically is huge.
So what do you mean? How is it bringing you?
Well,
affecting you emotionally, physically?
Well, I love ritual. I am a crazy mad person whose brain pings all over the place. And that causes me a little bit of angst sometimes. It's not great. And I've tried so hard to be consistent and I struggle with consistency. But I don't struggle with ritual, which is really crazy because ritual is consistency. But yes. I think so. I love the connotation of ritual. I love to create elaborate, crazy, mad things around something. And so it brings it's brought consistency in my life in the aspect of the ritual side of it. But cacao, I mean, let's backtrack slightly. Let's just talk about cacao in case anyone doesn't know what cacao is chocolate, but it's chocolate in its purest form. What does it do for us physically? It lowers blood pressure. Now, I have a slight heart condition, so that's amazing for me. I saw an article that Deb sent me, funnily enough, the other day, and studies have proven that drinking 2 cups of cacao for 30 days significantly reduce the symptoms of people with cardiovascular issues. I mean, that's huge. It's one of the highest forms of magnesium. So it's packed full of magnesium. It's packed full of antioxidants. It's so good for your skin. Tyler Henry, I reckon he's taking cacao every day.
Oh, Tyler Henry?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's so good for your skin.
He doesn't look like he drinks cacao.
But it's good for your skin.
He drinks something else though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, cacao also decalcifies your pineal
It does.
glands.
It does. It was the top of the list.
It is.
Yeah.
The top of it has so many health benefits, and it's just amazing stuff, actually. It's really, really great.
It is.
Now, it's very interesting that you say about having a ritual in the morning, because if you listen to the really amazing entrepreneurs, they always say that your mornings are the best place to start. And everybody, they wake up in the morning and everyone has a ritual. It might not be with cacao. It might be they wake up and they make themselves a coffee, they sit down and they read their newspaper. So everyone's having a ritual and they don't even know that they're perhaps doing it, really. And we as humans need a structure. We need something in our lives. So for anybody out there who's maybe wanting to do a ritual, they probably didn't ever think it was called a ritual. It's like a routine, isn't it, really? Yeah, but it just sounds really cool. I'm going to do my ritual. Yeah. I'm going to go and brush my teeth.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important that we have these structures.
Yeah. I think I was just thinking then, what is ritual? And again, I might be completely wrong. I may have just made this up. I'm trusting what's just landed in my head here. What's the difference between routine and ritual? Well, actually, nothing and everything. Because for me, a ritual, it's the intention behind it.
Yeah.
Whereas often our routines, we do them subconsciously. And so we just play them out, don't we? And then all of a sudden you're at work and you can't even remember getting out of bed and how you got there.
Yeah.
Because you've just done it. You've just played out your life and missed aspects of your life. Whereas a ritual, there's intention.
Yeah, well, it's keeping you present.
Yes,
it's keeping them
exactly
in the moment, because when you get up in the morning, you make a coffee, you're probably not even present because you're going through the actual motions.
Yeah.
What I call the roller coaster. It's like you need to stop in the morning and be present, you know, but not everybody is, perhaps, especially if you've got children.
Yeah.
And so if they probably haven't got time to make a cacao or anything like that. This is what people are probably thinking when they're watching this, but actually it's really important to put these little rituals, even if it's just for 5 minutes, if you get up before the kids get up in the morning or something, just to bring yourself and center yourself in the morning. Talking about rituals, I actually was house sitting for a friend for 2 weeks, and I found it quite tough, actually, not being away from my comforts, from my bed. And when I got back, I actually really made sure that I put my self-care, my routine, making myself a nice bath with a candle, putting a face mask on. You can actually put cacao on your face as a face mask.
No.
Yeah, you can. It's really, really good for your skin. It's really, really good. It really gives you a glow.
I love that.
But you can't do it with the stuff that you get in the packets. It's quite difficult to get the consistency. It's more the stuff that you probably get in the packets.
Yeah.
Like from like Holland and Barrett grape tree or anything like that.
Yeah.
But anything chocolate, so it's just absolutely amazing for your skin.
Do you think people would I'd lick it?
Would you?
Yeah, of course I would. This is me.
But cacao is,
people on Big Brother that were starved. Not Big Brother. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Did you ever watch that episode?
Yeah.
Where they had avocado face masks and they were all like this.
Oh, because they were so hungry. But there's so many things in your cupboards that you can use to put on your face. So, So anybody that's watching, what is your ritual? What are your rituals that you do? It's really...
It's
important.
And what brings you delight? You know, what kind of... We go through our lives just living it without even thinking about what we're doing. Boom, 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 boom. How many people at the end of every day stop and go, what brought me delight today?
I was going to say, actually, you probably look back at your week and go, well, that was a shit week. Yeah. This happened, that happened. But actually, you're right. We don't actually say to ourselves, what has brought me delight? What has brought me positivity? What has really made me smile this week? And I think that's a really great way of changing your mindset as well. And also changing your mornings. If I put a routine in the morning, my rest of my day is amazing.
It is. And it so is. This is what I think I was saying about the cacao and how it's changed, because I get up every morning and I follow this beautiful routine and I call in all these, my ancestors and my guides and bless everything and bring love and open my heart and meditate. It sets the scene for the whole day.
Yeah.
And there's a wonderful man called Joe Dispenza.
Yes.
Who I quote quite a lot. And he has a great book and did lots of work on breaking the habit of being yourself. And this is one of the things that he talks about. He says we wake up in the morning, we get out of bed the same side, the same way. We probably go and sit on the toilet, we brush our teeth, we go downstairs, we get our coffee, and we play out the same patterns of behaviour all day without even thinking about what we're doing. It's
absolutely
all reactive.
And if you're not an early morning riser, if you just get up one morning like really early, it resets the whole body. I mean, I am a morning person because of working in the gyms and teaching classes at really early in the morning going, come on. So I am a morning person, but honest to God, changing things, what you do in the morning really sets you up for the day. So yeah.
And again, setting your intention, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we should have a little routine. What can we share? What are our words of wisdom for the morning?
Words of wisdom. I think when the first time you wake up, I think this is science. I think this is Joe Dispenza. But the best thing to do is put something nice music on, or read some intentions that you want to set out for the day. The worst thing to do is start doom scrolling on your phone. I have a little ritual of certain things that I will have in the morning. Like I always have my green powders mixed in my apple juice, or have my Celtic sea salt with my turmeric and ginger. So I have like little things that I will have in the morning. And obviously I've got horses to do in the morning. So I do sometimes, if it's really nice outside, I will go and sit in the light because it's really important.
That's supposed to be so good.
Because it resets your... I can't remember the name now.
Something rhythms.
Something.
Circadian rhythms.
Circadian rhythms.
Yeah.
A voice came from nowhere and told us that name. That was amazing. So I go and sit outside and absorb that light because it's really good for you. But these little things that you can do are really, really helpful to set you up for your day, or going for a walk first thing in the morning as well. And actually people do say, well, I haven't got time.
I was just about to say that.
And
exactly.
Because obviously working in the fitness industry as a personal trainer, doing the life coaching, I don't believe that for 1 second. It depends where your values are and what you value, because you have got time. It depends whether it's a priority or not. And I really, when someone says that, I'm like, you definitely have got time. And people will still say I haven't. I'm like, well, you have. Because it depends what your priority is, really. And we don't prioritise ourselves.
We don't prioritise ourselves. But I think we, especially our Western culture, people see it as selfish. They look after everyone else before themselves. But, it's the same old thing. The easiest analogy is when you're on a plane, the oxygen masks come down, you have to give it to yourself first.
Yeah.
Because then once you're in a good place, everyone around you just gets so much more.
Yeah. Well, it's that, that in the morning when people get out of bed and they stub the toe and and then the whole day just goes downhill from there. The car won't start, So it's really important. The more your morning ritual is really important. So I wonder what everybody else does in the morning. Hope everybody's enjoyed the show today. Please don't forget to check out Jules, who's in a Shift Happens episode this Thursday, talking about remote viewing.